Afternoon. The actions of declaring a state of emergency as a step to unite city leadership with neighboring cities and Isani County who are responding to the COVID-19 crisis. The actions will allow our city resources to align with our partners. City staff has been working diligently for the past several weeks and planning, preparing, and operating in reaction to the COVID-19 crisis. On March 17th, 2020, the City Council approved the city's emergency manager, director, and city administrator to operate under the City Emergency Management Pandemic Plan. This emergency declaration will allow the City of Isani to continue planning the emergency response to the COVID-19 crisis, as well as authorizing future collaborative planning with partners outside of the city. Isani County Emergency Management, Isani Fire District, Alina Health, etc. Steps and processes the city will be using moving forward are mapped out in the Isani Emergency Management and Homeland Security response plans. The City Council, our staff, and first responders are prepared and ready to operate the city in defense against the COVID-19 crisis. By using a mayoral proclamation to enact Minnesota Statutes 12.29, the council has up to 72 hours to call an emergency meeting of the City of Isani City Council. Whereas the City of Isani is experiencing the COVID-19 pandemic, and whereas response and support to affected individuals, communities, medical systems, businesses, and government has caused significant impact to the city as a whole. And whereas subject matter experts have determined that protective measures must be taken to reduce the impact of the COVID-19, and activity will be beyond the usual resources of the City of Isani. And whereas Minnesota Statutes Chapter 12.29 authorize the mayor of Isani to sign a declaration of local emergency in the City of Isani, valid for up to 72 hours, after which an open meeting of the City Council will be needed to continue this declaration. Now, therefore, it is hereby resolved by myself, Mayor Jeff Johnson of the City of Isani, Minnesota, declare the City of Isani to be in local state emergency effective March 23rd due to the ongoing and expected response to the recovery from COVID-19, and direct the city administrator and the emergency management director to coordinate such actions and requests, such state and or federal assistance as needed to protect lives and private property in the City of Isani and the recovery of the city from the impacts of this situation to extent practical and allow by law, ordinance, and code. Be it further resolved that myself, Mayor Jeff Johnson, directs the city administrator to proceed with a formal request for council actions to place an emergency meeting of the City Council as required by law. In plain English, residents, we are not shutting this city down. This is just measurements that we have to take in order to protect ourselves, our residents, and our city. We're just moving forward with this so we initially have our ducks in a row to protect everyone from this pandemic. Again, we are not shutting this city down, but as you know, things do change day by day, hour by hour, and if the government and or governor does say we have to shut down, I hope all of you understand that I do have to follow suit. There's no need for panic. I'm very confident as well as I would like to instill that confidence in each and every one of you that our emergency management and Homeland Security have their finger on this. We just need to take the proper steps, measures, and be ahead of it. Again, we are not shutting our city down. We're just taking precautionary measures. I wish you all well, stay healthy, and God bless.